On Mishna Berurah, Siman Mem Zayin, and we are holding on Seif Yud Bet. Maran writes, and this is on Daf Ayin Zayin Amud Aleph of the regular prints of Mishna Berurah. Af im lomed balayla halayla holech acharayom. We discussed already the fact that if a person is going to sleep at night, the night follows the day, unlike usually we would say in Yiddishkeit, in Torah, the day follows the night. Vayhi erev, vayhi boker yom echad. Here, because the whole issue is that you're not taking your mind off of the bracha. During the day, you're not taking your mind, the night also, until you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, of course, that is considered the hefsek. So says the Shulchan Aruch in Seif Yud Gimel, Hamashkim kodem or hayom lilmod mevarech birkat Torah. When you wake up earlier than dawn, if you get up before Alot HaShachar, can you say birkat Torah, or do we say, well, it's not day yet, let me wait for the day, and then I'll say birkat Torah? Because maybe it's like by Netilat Yadayim, we had this machloket that if you do Netilat Yadayim early in the morning before Alot HaShachar, maybe by the point of Alot HaShachar, there will be another requirement of washing your hands. So is something similar to that applicable to Birkat Torah? Maran writes, no. Mevarech Birkat Torah ve'eno tzarich lachzor u'levarech ksheilech lebet knesset. You don't need to say another bracha after Alot HaShachar. You say one bracha even if it's 2:00 a.m. You woke up, you're learning the rest of the night, you're not going to sleep. You say one bracha, and that covers you until next night when you go to sleep. Hamashkim kodem or hayom mevarech kol seder habrachot chus mibirkat hanoten l'sachvi bina. You could say the entire seder of the brachot, aside from hanoten l'sachvi bina lavchin ben yom u'layla, because that already was instituted on the concept of night turning into day, and the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given chokhmah to Sachvi in order to be able to recognize that and for us to have a benefit from that. So therefore, before the time that a person could benefit from that, before the time that Chazal instituted that concept of Hanoten L'Sachvi Bina, you should not be saying that bracha. And also Parashat Tamid, because it's not time for Korban Tamid yet. Shiamtin milo omram at shior hayom. You wait until day breaks. Maran. So we'll get. So Rema adds to this. Ulchatchila yitol yadav kodem shivarech lilmod. Lechatchila, a person should do Netilat Yadayim before you say bracha in order to learn. Ve'im lo haya lo mayim, if you don't have water, yachol lilmod ulevarech b'lo netilah. You could learn without bracha. You could say the Birkat Torah and learn Torah without the actual Netilat Yadayim. Kemo b'shar brachot shemevarech kodem netilah kedeleel Siman Memvav. Like the other brachot that you say before Netilat Yadayim of the morning, according to the way Maran wrote it originally in the Stam. You remember it was Stam v'yesh omrim of how the brachot work, and Stam Maran, the simple understanding of the Gemara is you open your eyes, you say Pokeh Hivrim. You haven't done Netilat Yadayim yet. You move, you say bracha. You sit, you say bracha. You stand, you say bracha. That's all before you have done Netilat Yadayim. So therefore, you could say the bracha. Says the Mishna Berurah, מברך ברכת התורה, ואפילו חזר וישן אחר כך, שנת קבע קודם אור היום, או ביום, אינו צריך לחזור ולברך. And Mishna Berurah writes, even if you go to sleep afterwards, you wake up 2:00 in the morning, and you say the Birkat Torah, and then you feel tired and faint, and you go to sleep again, and you wake up, says the Mishna Berurah, אינו צריך לחזור you're not required to say another bracha. As we mentioned before, the Kaf HaChaim also paskins like this, and so does the Or Letzion Chacham Obadiah is not happy with this, and he says this is in the same tshuva that we mentioned in Chelek Chet of Yebia Omer in Siman Hey. Obadiah writes that you said Birkat Torah earlier on, and then you go back to sleep on your bed when it's still night. So you have night, you have a Shnat Keva on your bed, then you need to say another Birkat Torah. I mean, it's not even a safek. You went to sleep at night on your bed. That requires a new bracha. So that's machloket the poskim, what to do in that case. Again, those who follow Chacham Obadiah, they have, of course, what to rely on to say bracha. Those who are unsure, they could, because of safek brachot lakel of Mishna Berurah and Oratzion and Kafachayim, what they should do is try to come to shul and find somebody, some poor guy that hasn't said the bracha yet, and have him have kavanah for you as well, or alternatively have in mind when you say the bracha of Ahavat Olam that you should be yotzeh with that bracha your chiyuv of saying Birkat Torah. Ki mistama da'ato shel adam liftor bracha zu at shinat halayla, says the Chafetz Chaim, the reason that you shouldn't say bracha even if you went back to sleep on your bed is because perhaps the mindset of a person has been, I'm awake 3 o'clock a.m., I want to stay awake, and I want this bracha to cover until tomorrow night when I go to sleep. So therefore, that mindset should cover the entire day. According to what Mishna Berurah himself, the Chafetz Chaim Paskin earlier on, a few seifim ago, that even during the day, if you went to sleep, what we call Shnat Keva, that means you set yourself up to sleep. You got into jammies, you went to your bed, and you went to sleep, even though that's during the day, and Mishna Berurah's psak was you don't need to say bracha. Mishna Berurah did say, that if you do say Birkat Torah, no problem. That's lo nora. It's not a big deal. So says the Chafetz Chaim over here, in this case, Kol shken bazeh, it goes without saying that in this scenario, in which you went to sleep at night on your bed, after saying having said Birkat Torah, even though I'm telling you that you don't have to say Birkat Torah, you can say Birkat Torah, and that is fine. So that, again, for the Ashkenazim, that would be the psak, that you don't have to, but if you said it, it's fine. For Sfaradim, as we mentioned, again, it's machloket. For Tzion says not to. Obadiah says that a person needs to say bracha because your Birkat Torah was cut off by going to sleep on your bed, a full sleep at night. This that we said, when you wake up before the crack of dawn, that you say all of the brachot, says the, we have to end here, says the Mishna Berurah, that even if you woke up, forget about Alot HaShachar, you woke up right after Chatzot, right after halachic midnight you woke up, then you have to still say you could still say, not that you have to, you could still say because HaShachar. And also Ben Ish Chai says, if you're going to sleep after Chatzot, you haven't even gone to sleep. You're just awake until after Chatzot, you can sit down, say all the because HaShachar of tomorrow, right? And then go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you won't need to say them again. Levad, Birkat Elokei Neshama, of course, aside from Birkat Elokei Neshama, that you say it in the morning, and Hamavir, Chevle Shena, those two that you're not saying at night if you're going to sleep after Chatzot, and Bezat Hashem will continue this in the days to come. What? Yeah, of course. Those things that you haven't used, those things that you have